Whoa, 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 whoa. What is up, white people? What's up, everybody? Hope everything's amazing for you all, as always. I'm your host, the Honorable OctaviusHaye, and this is the WACCast podcast. So with that being said, let's talk whack to him. Alright, now Kodak Black, he was on Drink Champs with Nori, and they was picking you gotta choose one or take a shot game that Nori do on there, and it came up the choices between 21 Savage and Future. Now, instead of Kodak just picking, Future like that's who he picked, instead of just saying Future and moving forward, he had to give a little story about, I guess, the current relationship between Kodak Black himself and 21 Savage. So basically, Kodak Black was saying that he feel like 21 Savage changed up ever since he got that album with Drake, and that he be acting a little different, moving a little weird with him now. And he said, I think Kodak said he wouldn't even do a project with Drake now because Drake did one with 21. I guess he don't like how 21 acted. So this prompted 21 to come out and say, bro, I ain't acting no different. I always mess with you, I always fool with you. You was cool. I don't know you. Ain't like 21 saying it ain't like we grew up together. 21 said that him and Kodak first time ever meeting was on the freshman list, the XXL freshman, whatever year that was. They was both in that class together. That was another issue Kodak Black had because 21 Savage was asked who he think would win in the verses out of all his freshman class, and 21 Savage said himself. So 21 Savage is addressing that, saying like, well, look, of course I'm gonna say myself. And 21 Savage said, and Kodak, you supposed to think that you gonna win the verses, you the best one, and everybody else that was there supposed to think they gonna win. That's just what it is. Why did you get mad about that? 21's like, ain't nobody switched up. I always been cool. I always fooled with you. 21 said he had a song with Drake even before that freshman list. So to 21, in his opinion, it seems like Kodak Black is just getting a lot of hate and trying to come up with an excuse to hate. Well, there may be some truth to that because we found out that Drake had been allegedly promising Kodak Black a project for years, and Kodak has been feeling the type of way that usually when Drake does a song with an artist, Drake drops it on his own stuff, but Drake would send the music to Kodak and tell Kodak to drop it. So Kodak's like, well, why you not giving me, the full, the full experience of working with Drake to the full benefits, you know what I'm saying? And having your fans play it on your stuff and big up the streams. That'll help you more than if it's on my site. Like, Kodak ain't no slouch. He get views, but he ain't getting Drake views. So it's better for it to be on, under Drake's, whatever you call that thing, on the streaming services, and in his section of music. So what could be something that has absolutely nothing to do with 21 Savage, but more so about Kodak Black and Drake, seems to have come at 21 and caused issues there. So I don't know. So far, nothing's been going on. Hopefully they squash it behind the scenes. Seems like it's much ado about nothing, and a good conversation could end that. And hopefully that happens because two, good young brothers. I would hate to hear if they stop messing with each other over something so minor, and they can still be making music together, making money together. And Kodak really don't want to hurt that relationship with Drake. He can reach out to Drake. I'm sure him and Drake seems like they had a pretty good relationship. He can talk to him about that. So I think it's better, to communicate with each other instead of, if you feel like something personal and you got a relationship with a homie and you can hit him up instead of just going off on somebody on an interview for what you're perceiving things to be, right? Because he's perceiving that 21's switched up, but he don't know what's going on, so had a conversation. Now, what also happened with this interview is that everyone was saying that Kodak Black was looking like he was tweaking, and I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't watched the whole interview, but I've seen a few clips, and I'm talking about a variety of topics. And yes, he definitely seems like he tweaking out. Like, I know, he's not the best, the most articulate person, and he's not the best with his speech, but he don't usually sound that, slouched, or maybe not slouched, but talking that fast and mumbling more, and you really can't hear what he's saying, and just going a mile a minute. Like, he was talking real fast, wasn't really coherent with the way he was talking about it. And I've heard previous Kodak interviews from the past where he still got his accent, his slang, still stutter a little bit, but at least he can make out what he's saying more. It's more clear, and I ain't gonna hold you, I've seen a lot of people messed up before, and he definitely gave signs of that. We don't know nothing for sure, but somebody who saw it and felt concerned for Kodak Black was Ray J. Yep, out of nowhere. Maybe not out of nowhere, because Ray J and Kodak, they were at the White, or not, they did meet up with Trump. I don't know where it was at, Mar-a-Lago or some other place. So it seems like they have a cool relationship. Plus Kodak is cool with WAC 100, who is Ray J's manager. Now Ray J reached out, he put it on social media, probably tweeted it, and said that that interview with Nori wasn't cool. Kodak Black need help. We need to get him some help. He looked like he, pretty much looked like he owned something. Kodak didn't appreciate that. Cursed out Ray J, said he'll beat him down, whoop his, what, and that sparked Ray J to come out and say, hey, well then let's shoot the fade. Of course, WAC 100 always loving to get into some nonsense. He sent out to Kodak saying, hey man, either stop talking about Ray J or shoot the fade. Now, what's most likely gonna happen? Nothing. They probably squash it behind the scenes. Nobody needs, and none of these celebrities gonna ever really shoot the fade unless y'all right there. The only person that was really out here shooting these fades for real was Tory Lanez, and look what that nigga at. So ain't nobody trying to be like Tory Lanez right now. So yeah, that's crazy. And like I said, I don't know if Kodak Black is on anything. Only thing I can go off of is how he was acting in that interview, how I've seen him act in previous interviews. And if he is on something, if he do need help, hopefully he got people close to him, reaching out to him, and hopefully he's willing to, get the help. I do know that he had addiction problems before, and he went to rehab. So that does show he is open to get help. And if this is one of those cases, then great. If we overreacted, maybe he was just a little bit lit with whatever else he was doing, and just maybe went a little overboard, well then okay, my bad. But it's all a lot of concerns, all a lot of love. But what do you think, man? Nick Kodak is on one wilding out with 21 Savage, or do you think that 21 Savage could potentially have been acting fake with him? And even more important than that, does Kodak Black have an addiction problem? Yes or no? Now y'all got Akademiks out here wilding. He is streaming, going wild and crazy. Akademiks said that he was supposed to go on like a little cleanse from alcohol, but then he saw Glorilla was talking that ish, and he said, give me the bottle and a shot glass, it's time to get it on. And he ain't playing with y'all celebrities this week. You know what I'm saying? Akademiks, so this all started because of CASHAPP. So CASHAPP, he was streaming, and in real time he discovered that Glorilla blocked him. Now it come to be she blocked him because CASHAPP gave a bad review to her little cha-cha song. Now, when Kai's fans asked her why, Glorilla said that he made his bed, he gonna lay in it. Don't ask her about who she blocked. To which I guess, because Kai's name is so big and labels want him to review their artist projects, and he had such a huge fan base that he can really sway opinions. A lot of people are guessing that her label, and Akademiks were saying this as well, that her label must have made her apologize, because then Glow comes out, tweets something saying she drunk, she might unblock Kai, and then she does a live stream talking about she fooled with Kai, free she called him KC, she ain't know how to say his name. If you're confused about that, no, Kai's not in jail. He's doing a little Twitch streaming thing right now where he's pretending to be locked up. It's like a whole elaborate thing. They got like a real prison looking place, and they got all these different people coming in and out, and it's just acting like they're on lockup. So Glorilla thought that was real and thought that he was real street dude. So talking about Glorilla and Kai got street beef. But in this kind of like making peace with Kai, Glorilla out of nowhere decides to take shots at Akademiks. Well, I can't say 100% out of nowhere, because Ak had been covering the Glorilla Kai situation. So something that Ak said, pissed Glorilla off. But something that Ak says pisses almost everybody off. So it's no surprise there. So Glorilla just proceeds to go off on Akademiks, say he a bum, he ain't nothing, he's scary, he don't never get no women, all he can do is use his hands and get with lotion, and just called him all type of fat and ugly and all type of stuff. So you know how Ak do. He got that bottle, and it don't be the Henny no more. I forgot what he drink now, but he got that bottle. He start violating. I still can't call him Big Ak because the way he let his girl do him. But he was acting out here. He was acting out here for real. He was Accavelli. I call him. He was Accavelli. Accavelli was not playing. Akademiks proceeded to break down Glorilla's whole career, say that she's a bum, say that she's the homie chick, but not the chick nobody want to smash. She ain't got no butt. She ain't got no breasts. He said she looked like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. He said that he said that his chick is way better than her. He'll put up money he'll put up money that the chick he messing with now, or the next 5 chicks he had messed with, all look better than Glorilla. He said that Glorilla trying to be the little pretty girl like Ice Spice or something, but she not cute like that, so she can't make it work. She ain't got no BBL or nothing. He called her a whore, a dumb whore. Look, oh my God, I was like, ooh, he was breaking it down. And I'm not gonna say she a whore or that nobody would want her, but I think the opinions that Ak was giving about, like, we didn't come to you for the sex stuff. We came to you because you're just a cooler chick. You a cooler ratchet chick. Just talk that stuff like with your homie. That's true. No, I don't think anybody's really looking at Glorilla as like this sex symbol. So for her to try to get herself all dolled up, maybe that is why Sexy Red's able to come in, because Sexy Red just gonna be ratchet. She ain't trying to be all dolled up. She coming looking like she's still out here, on the north side, St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? She's still up out here like ain't nothing happening and all this stuff. So, and even Sukihana, even though she do doll herself up a little bit more, she's still out here wild now. She just got a little makeup on her face. So there's some truth to that maybe those things could be hurting Glorilla, because it don't seem like her music is really popping as much, and she's not really the topic of conversation as much. So yeah, I mean, and of course everybody know if you say anything to Akademiks, he gonna go nuclear, and he did not disappoint. Now, another person that seemed to be having beef with definitely having beef with Ak, and this has been an ongoing issue now, is Saucy Santana. Of course, this is taken up for JT and Young Miami because Akademiks had some words about their Interview on the Breakfast Club. And Saucy Santana straight up said, because Akademiks always telling people, come up to my where I work at, my office, we can squabble there. Saucy Santana said, I ain't coming to where you at. Now I want to see you in these streets. To which Akademiks, being a tad bit homophobic, I ain't gonna hold you, calling Saucy Santana a bati boy, which is a Jamaican term, a derogative term towards the homosexuals, and saying that he'll beat them down. Ak said he wants to beat a bati boy, and then he can do that. That'd be great. Ak said he Jamaican, so he can't lose to a bati boy, and he'll if he lost, he could never go back to Jamaica. He gonna fight with all his heart and soul. And he might have been off the liquor, but acting like he was ready to throw them hands. I think that Saucy Santana would throw them hands with him. I know Ak was saying he ain't gonna really try to do nothing. I don't know, man. I think Saucy Santana, first of all, believes that he could beat you, and secondly, I think that Saucy Santana he ain't got with a ratchet enough crowd. I think he'll throw him. I don't know how far this will go. Ak is always saying he's willing to box, but it just be the people who started don't want to finish it. But if Saucy Santana is really up there about it, I would love nothing more than to see a fight between Akademiks and Saucy Santana. Sign me up. I need it right now. I didn't even know I did. So crazy. But what y'all think, man? Is Akademiks out here wilding, going too far? Or do these people need to stop pressing Ak if they don't want Akaveli to pop out? Now this one is just crazy. So former NBA player Joe Smith found out that his wife had a secret Onlyfans account. Now, say secret, but it's online, free for everybody to see. But he didn't know. And so he was told, comes to confront her, and Joe Smith's wife decided she wants to record it. So she records the incident, the argument. And he's pretty much just like, why would you do this? You didn't even tell me. Why would you have an OnlyFans? Joe Smith's wife proceeds to be like, you ain't got it right now. I gotta do something. I had to provide. You knew who I was when you married me, when you met me or whatever. And then Joe's like, yeah, who you was, who you supposed to be right now. And she's like, what? What's up? And he was like, you didn't even tell me. You just gonna do it. You supposed to talk to me. She said, well, now you know. And the video just ends like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was just completely dismissive. Of course, this is a shocking thing to discover. Who would ever, like, if you just living a normal day and that's not in y'all, even if she was a sex worker before, if that's something she's given up and she hasn't done that in years, you're not thinking your wife is just secretly out here, posting videos and pictures of her, her body part that's, that she promised would only be accessible now to you. If you want to see her, you gotta go look up her old stuff when she was in the adult film industry, but now it's all for you. That's what you would think. So of course he's gonna be mad. And to not be sympathetic or understanding to that at all, and to be combative, and try to, argue him back down. I thought that was completely disrespectful and showed no type of respect or care for her man. And to even further that thought, more proof of my opinion on that Joe Smith's wife don't really care about don't really respect him. She then goes and does an interview with TMZ. And on TMZ interview, she is crying her little crocodile tears, all sad. But throughout the entire interview, she is putting this man down at different times, talking about, he really works for me. I'm his boss. He works in my moving company, and he wouldn't get it together, and he don't got no ambition, and just taking all these shots. First of all, we didn't even need to know, even if it was a well-known secret, it didn't need to be put all over the social media that he wasn't doing it so well financially. If you was that frustrated that you feel like you had to strip or, do corn, then you should have left him or let him know. This is what I want to do. You decide what you want to do. I'm not going to be living in poverty like this. If y'all living so bad, I don't know. Based off of what you said. But again, you used to a certain lifestyle. Y'all might be doing kind of decent, but you used to, extravagant stuff. So that means you got to take your clothes off. But alright, that's fine. Like I said, she going off on this man this entire interview, putting him down, talking trash about him, and then trying to pepper it over with, but I just had to do what I had to do. I mean, this is how I made my money before, I make my money again. Now, she said she don't think that it's going to lead to divorce. And she don't know that. She said she don't think it. His wife said she doesn't know if it's gonna lead to divorce. But if Joe Smith divorced her, it is what it is. And I'm gonna say this, Joe. I'll tell you this right now. I do not believe in divorce. I don't believe in divorce in the sense of, I don't think that should just be your quick answer to get out of it. I think that you should really try to make your relationship work. But I do believe that there does come a time when you see who the person is and you like, look, I can, for my own happiness, this cannot be who I'm with, because I can't accept that. I think Joe Smith, if you really in your heart cannot accept her, your wife, being OnlyFans until you get something better going on, then you need to leave her. And honestly, I would say leave her anyway, because she clearly has no respect for you. She has no problem putting all of this on social media, putting all this on blast, going on, doing interview shows, embarrassing and humiliating you over and over again. And she's so dismissive of any type of feelings you have. Even when you confronted her, she could not humble herself enough to be understanding and apologetic. And even if she's like, look, I still want to do this, that's a big thing for somebody to just find out of nowhere. You would think that you would have some type of, oh, I'm sorry, like you would feel like you did some type of wrong thing. You sneaking around, you don't seem to care though. So I think Joe Smith should leave that woman. All you people trying to make excuses for her, it's like calling him insecure. You insecure for everything you do. As it seems like if a man has any type of feeling that's not just 100% supportive of what his wife's doing, you insecure. I don't want to hear that nonsense. You're stupid. If you want your wife to get messed with by other dudes, or have other dudes paying to get adult nasty entertainment for her, fine, you go do your thing, and I'll feel how I feel about you, but I ain't gotta make you feel bad about what you're doing. All right, so anybody like Joe Smith, if you don't want that, and anybody, if that's not something you want, don't make nobody have you feeling bad or accept something that's not gonna make you happy in your life, because that's your life. And this woman clearly a long time ago decided she was gonna give it you for money, and when you can provide that, she tossed any type of emotion you had to the side. So all them crocodile tears, what was them tears when that man came to you hurt that he discovered that you had to sell your body to make some money? Tell me that. But what y'all think? Y'all think I'm going overboard? Y'all think that it was okay for her to do that? It's her body, her choice? Or do y'all think they married and you should talk to your significant other and make sure they happy with, alright with something? And does Joe have a right to want to leave that marriage? So that's the show. Thank you all so much for tuning in and taking in that whack wisdom from me. I hope that you come back next week to get a little bit more. Now, of course, as always, please, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I'm dropping new content on the YouTube channel. And if you listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, please make sure to follow, like, comment, rate, anything that you can do to help the podcast on those platforms as well. That being said, this is the WACCast podcast, and I am whacking off.
It's the WACCast podcast, yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack
It's
to me.
the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.